How do you downgrade from Apple's latest iOS 18.7 update back to iOS 18.6? So doing this should be pretty easy. And by the way, this process will require having a computer. So make sure you have either a Mac or Windows computer. And the first step of the tutorial is going to take place on your iPhone, or if you're using an iPad, it'll take place on your iPad. So on your iPhone, you just want to go over to settings, and over here, head over to your profile at the top. And right over here, head over to iCloud. And head over to the section that says Save to iCloud. And just make sure that all the settings are turned on. So you want to make sure that everything here is saved through iCloud. And the reason why this is important is because when you downgrade back to iOS 18.6, your entire iPhone will be erased. So everything that's on your iPhone will be removed and you'll be back on the setup screen. So what you want to do here is just make sure that everything here is turned on. That way, when you downgrade your iOS version, you'll be able to keep all of your iPhone's information. Now, even when you do this, this process will still cause all of your settings to reset, but at least whatever you save through iCloud will still be kept. So for example, if you have your contacts enabled, that means when you downgrade your iOS version, all of your contacts will be saved and it won't be erased from your iPhone. Now, like I said a moment ago, whatever is not enabled is not going to be saved on your iPhone. It's going to be erased. So just make sure you have everything turned on. And once you've done that, you'll be ready for the process. So the first step of the process is going to be to connect your iPhone to your computer. And you can do this with your iPhone's charging cable. And once you've done that, go ahead and log on to your computer. Now, once you've logged onto your computer, you'll get this trust notification on your phone asking if you want to trust the computer. So just go ahead and press on trust. And once you've done that, the next step is going to be to go ahead and open your web browser. And once you've opened your web browser, just head on to this website, which is going to be ipsw.me. And then on the website, you'll see a list of different devices. So just select the one that you're trying to downgrade. So I'm going to be downgrading my iPhone, so I'll be selecting that. And when you select that, you'll get a list of different iPhone models to select from. So just select whatever device model that you're downgrading to. And then once you've done that, you'll have a list of different iPhone updates. So you can only downgrade to the ones that are signed. So whatever shows up under the unsigned IPSWs, you can't downgrade to those iOS versions. So just select one of the signed iOS versions to downgrade to. Then when you do that, scroll down to where it says download and just select that. And when you select that, you'll be downloading the iOS version that you're going to be downgrading to later. So while we're waiting for this to download, we're going to head onto our phones. And then on our phone, we're going to head over to settings. Then press on your profile at the top. And right over here, you just want to select Find My. Then select Find My iPhone. And just go ahead and disable Find My iPhone. And in order to disable this, you'll have to type in your iCloud password. So once you've typed it in, Find My iPhone will be disabled. And the reason why this is important is because in order to downgrade your iOS version, Find My iPhone is required to be disabled. So just make sure that's disabled, and then we'll be ready for the next step. So the next step is going to be downgrading your iOS version. And there's going to be two different methods of doing this. The first method that I show you is going to be for those of you who are using a MacBook. And the second method is going to be for Windows computers. So if you're on a Windows computer, just skip to the timestamp that I show you on the screen. And if you're on a Mac computer, just follow the first method that I show you. So for Mac users, you want to start by opening Finder. Then once you've opened Finder, just select your device on the side of the window. And just find the button that says Restore iPhone. And while you're pressing down on the Option key, just press on Restore iPhone. So you'll have to hold down on the Option key while pressing on that. And when you do that, a list of files will show up. So you just want to select the file that you just downloaded. And when you press on that, just select Open. And when you open that file, your iPhone will begin downgrading to that iOS version. So just wait for the downgrading process to finish, And once that's done, your iPhone will be downgraded to the previous iOS version. Now, like I explained earlier, the steps on a Windows computer are going to be a bit different. So on a Windows computer, you want to go ahead and open iTunes. And if you don't have the iTunes app, you can download it from the Microsoft Store. And so just on the Microsoft Store, just go ahead and download iTunes. And when you've downloaded iTunes, just go ahead and open it. And when you open iTunes, you'll see this setup screen. And this is what you're going to see the first time you open it. So just go ahead and set up the iTunes app. And once you've done that, you should be on this screen. So just go ahead and select this icon at the corner of your screen. As long as your iPhone's plugged in, you'll see this button show up. So just go ahead and press on that. And when you press on that, you'll be on this screen. So the next step is going to be to find the Restore iPhone button. And while you're pressing down on the Shift key on your computer, you just want to press on Restore iPhone. So make sure that you hold down on the Shift key while you do this. And when you do that, your files will show up. So just go ahead and select the file that you just downloaded. And when you select that, just press on Open. And select the option to begin downgrading your iPhone. Now, just go ahead and wait for your iPhone to finish downgrading, and once you've done that, you'll be ready for the next step. Now, once your iPhone's finished downgrading, you should be on the setup screen, so just go ahead and set up your iPhone as if it's brand new. And once your iPhone's finished setting up, you can check that it's on iOS 26 by heading over to Settings. Then just go over to General and press on About, and right over here it'll tell you your iPhone's iOS version. So right over here it should say iOS 26.0, and that's really all there is for this video. I hope you all found the video helpful, and if you did, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below for any video suggestions that you might have.